Hi again, everybody. Brad Susmat. We are at the Buffalo Wild Wings Media Day here at the Camelback Inn, and a great matchup on hand for the Buffalo Wild Wings game. You have, of course, the Michigan Wolverines here for Media Day. When you talk about the Michigan Wolverines, great history, great tradition, great heritage. It's awesome to have Michigan here in the Valley for the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. And on the other side of the coin, you have Kansas State. Of course, the Wildcats, another great institution, a great football power. You look at this matchup, Michigan, Kansas State, talking about build-up for bowl games. This is one of the best on the bowl game schedule, and it's great that the Buffalo Wild Wings folks have been able to put this together. Speaking of Buffalo Wild Wings, over in the corner right now here at Media Day, let's shoot over there for a couple of moments. Presentation by Jim Schmidt, the COO of Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll hear from Coach Hoke. We'll hear from the players. Let's bring you some of what's going on here at Media Day.
Denise.
Good. How have you been? Good. We've had great practices. We've had great hospitality.
You're at Taylor's High School, right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thank you.
It's got to be neat for him. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. For those joining us for Coach Hoke up here in the front of the room, we have a microphone. And please let us get your questions on mic so that our viewers online will be able to hear the question and the answer. Let's start with some opening remarks, Coach, if you wouldn't mind.
Number one, it's really a privilege to be here. It's a privilege for us to represent the University of Michigan. We're 2 days away from playing in a football game that's very important to us as a team, and a university, and for our seniors. We've had a great week. The hospitality from the Buffalo Wild Wings, all the people that are involved, the committee members, the volunteers, have been first class. We've had tremendous practices. I think the way our guys have come out every day to prepare for a great game with Kansas State. We're very excited about that. And we look forward to the football game. We had a great Christmas last night, and we'll have a great practice today. And so we're excited about it, and we really pleasure to be here.
Okay, we'll start here in front. Please identify yourself for the viewers.
Brady, it's Angelique Shingelis from the Detroit News.
Yes.
Shane Morris, your starting quarterback?
Yes, he will start the football game. He's had a really good preparation. We tried to see if Devin could go, and it just wasn't possible.
Do a follow-up.
That is Brady Hoke, the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, addressing the quarterback situation, which obviously has been the number one question asked. And Shane Morris is with us now for a couple of minutes because he is the starting quarterback against Kansas State. You didn't need to hear from your coach on that, did you?
Going up to the week, late last week, we kind of found out that Devin might not be able to play, but up until this morning, Coach Hoke just announced it, so I guess I'm the starting quarterback.
So just now you learned you're the guy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what media days are all about. Now here's the deal with Shane that I've been told. This is your first interview.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
So let's get this right. In high school, you were never interviewed?
No. I've had interviews in high school. This
Okay.
is my first college interview, though.
As a starting quarterback at Michigan.
Yes, sir.
So you can look back and say, I remember that Brad guy at the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, and I did my first interview, and I was pretty good for my first interview, right?
Well, I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try it.
I'm gonna try.
All right. So you're a starting quarterback now for the Michigan Wolverines. When you first signed that letter of intent, I know it was probably in the back of your mind someday. Did you think it would be this soon?
Well, coming to the University of Michigan as a quarterback recruit, and anywhere you go, you have expectations to play, and that's why you come to college. That's why you play football in college. Is you want to play. So every day since the beginning of camp, I've been preparing like I'm going to be the starting quarterback at the University of Michigan.
How has Devin helped you out?
He's been calling me every day. Just talking to me about how I need to get these guys to follow me and have them believe in me as a quarterback, because it's a lot different switching from quarterbacks, especially for the offensive line even. And he's just been helping me out a lot with watching film and everything like that. So he's been a huge help to me.
Your style of play, for people that are going to see you for the first time nationally, internationally, as the game is being viewed, what are they going to see out of you that's different than Devin?
I mean, I don't really think we're a lot different. I don't know. We're both quarterbacks, so it's just he's very athletic. He's an insane athlete, and that's a big part of his game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm not as athletic
I
as
was
him.
going to say, you're bragging on yourself there for a couple of minutes. What are you, like
No.
a big old Clyde?
No.
I know.
We'll see, I guess.
Lefty.
Yes, sir.
So when you look at your offense, do you have to simplify it for yourself? Is it going to be a simpler offense, do you think, than what Devin was running?
No, I don't think so at all. Every week I go in with the full game plan that Coach Borges gives us, and I prepare like I'm going to be the starting quarterback. And I don't think that we're going to have to simplify anything in our offense.
Throw the ball up, because you've got some great skill players.
Yes, sir.
Turn around, hand the ball off. You got some great skill players.
With Funches, Gallon, Jake Butt, Dilio, and Toussaint and Derek Green. We got a lot of players, and I don't have to do much. Just get the ball in their hands.
Don't screw up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Just
sir.
hang on to the football. This whole bowl experience for you, what's the week been like here at the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl?
It's been awesome. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing experience. This is my first bowl game as a lot of the freshmen, and we're just having a good time out in Arizona. It's a lot different because it's Christmas and we're used to being home and with our families and snowing. And yesterday we were kind of in the pool, so it was a big difference for us.
Some of the events that you've been able to go to this week, what's been the highlight for you?
Probably the highlight for me would be going to see The Lone Survivor. We got an early screening to see Lone Survivor at the theater, and
Oh, that's cool.
with Mark Wahlberg, and it's the best movie I've ever seen, and I highly recommend it to anyone when it comes out January 10th. I think.
You a movie guy?
Yeah, I love movies.
Yeah.
Big movie guy.
So that's an Oscar worthy?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, best
definitely.
actor for Mark.
He did very well.
He did very well.
Yeah.
That's good. You're fine doing this interview stuff. You don't need any help. I had people saying it's his first interview. He might be nervous. If you're going to play like you're interviewing, you're going to be fine. You're going to do 5 touchdowns.
Let's
It'll
hope.
be great. What do you know about Kansas State? When you see them on tape, what do you see?
The first thing you really see, or the first thing you hear about, is Ty Zimmerman, number 12, the safety. 68 tackles, 3 interceptions, 3 pass breakups, 2-time All-American, 4-time All-Conference. And that's really what you hear. I don't know, the coach called him like the captain of their defense. And that's really what you notice on film. He plays hard. He's a great player. And then also Ryan Mueller, number 44. He's a really good player. He's all out every play, and that's what makes their good defense.
Talking with Shane Morris for a couple of minutes, the starting quarterback from Michigan. He just found this out about 3 minutes ago. He's doing just fine here on the show today. No pressure, no worries. So tell me about school. How's school been for you?
We just finished off I had my summer semester, which is like a half semester, and then I had my first full semester in the fall, and finished off really well. I was happy with the way I finished, and it was tough balancing football and school, being my first time, but I think I did well with it, as did the rest of the freshman class.
What are you majoring in?
Sport management.
What do you want to do?
I don't know what I want to do exactly yet, but I know that I want to be with sport business somehow, whether that's marketing or
Agent?
like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
That's a hassle.
Yeah. It's a
You
lot
got
of
to deal with
school.
those 2 a.m. phone calls.
Yes, sir.
Just
Yes, sir.
kidding on that front. What did Coach Hoke tell you when he said you're going to be the guy?
Well, Coach Hoke just said I got to prepare like I'm going to be the guy like I have been all year, and it's a big difference being the starting quarterback at the University of Michigan, and a lot is put on your shoulders, and you just got to be able to handle all that, and I feel like I've done well so far, and I just got to keep it up.
Taylor Lewan is going to be here in a second. So I've been told that he is the guy that screws around. Like, he can actually get teammates to talk and say things. Am I on the right path with him?
Taylor's a good guy. He's a great leader. He's a great captain, and I really look up to him since
You have to. He's
yeah.
like 6'6".
I do look up to him also.
Yeah, right.
But now he's like a big brother to me, and he has been since I've been here, and I'm gonna miss him a lot.
Yeah. Has he talked to you at all about this experience or anything?
Yeah, no, he's telling me every day. I just gotta don't be nervous when you go out there. Just be confident and just be yourself, and we'll do fine.
Who is the guy on this team that is a good talker outside of Taylor that we should go ambush?
The talker?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was going
It's
to
a
go to
funny
a talker,
guy?
I would go to Gallon or Funches because
Yeah.
they talk a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And do they make any sense when they talk?
yeah, no, of course. Of
Yeah.
course. We go to Michigan.
Oh, yeah. That's very good.
Yeah.
All right, get out of here. You did a good job.
Thank you.
You can end on that note, man. Nicely done. Of course, we go to Michigan. Of course. Shane Morris rocking it. Nicely done. Now, Taylor Lewan is going to be here in a moment. He's coming over right now. So let's just stick here for a second. So Shane Morris says Taylor Lewan's like a big brother to him. Come on in here. Yeah, come on in, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, good. Brad.
This is me right here.
That's you right there. Shane was just sitting there. Shane said you're like a big brother to him, and I said, well, yeah. You have to look. He said I look up to him. I said, of course. He's like, I don't know, 5 inches taller than you.
Yeah. Well, Shane's ever since he was committed here, I was hosting him, and whenever he'd come into town, I'd hang out with him and stuff. And just his personality alone reminds me of my younger brother. So
Oh, yeah?
being around him, it feels like I'm around my brother a lot.
Well, it's funny because Coach Hoke just was asked about who's your quarterback, and he said it was Shane, and Shane's like, wow, okay, so I guess I'm finally the guy.
So he's finally got the
He's
spot.
finally-
No, that's
he's-
good.
He's
Oh.
finally the guy.
Yeah, no, but Shane's done a great job in practice. He's done just tremendous job of working on his fundamentals, techniques, being accurate with the ball. I mean, he can run. Maybe not as well as Devin, but he can run and get out of the pocket and get out of trouble. And this offensive line, the last game of the season, played very consistent, and I expect the same out of them.
Okay, so if I would have told you from Cactus Shadows to Chaparral to Michigan, would you
Yeah.
have bought into that?
No shot. No shot. I thought I'd be working construction somewhere.
Yeah?
Maybe going to SEC or something like that. But, it's been such a crazy experience and an amazing career, and made some of the best friends I could ever imagine just at these tables right now. And, I'm going to miss them. But at the same time, it's great to have my last game in Arizona, playing at my old high school,
Yep.
and kind of move on to, hopefully greater pastures.
I mean, and by green he means money.
Yeah, greater, I said. Greater, not green.
Oh, greater. I'll
Yeah.
say greener. So I'll say greener, which is a fact. So,
No, I mean, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
no, that's true.
I could walk out this door right now, and the bus that's supposed to pick us up might hit me.
Well, let's hope not.
Well, let's hope not, yeah.
Especially for the bus.
Yeah.
And I saw you in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and with Coach Regal, and as that program was being built.
Right.
When did you first know, hey, I think I can play this game beyond high school? When was that aha moment? Was it a game? Was it
well-
a talk? Was it a wake up one day?
Just, I was 6'7" in high school. At the time, probably 245, 250. And just Coach Regal said, you work hard, you're athletic enough to do these things. You're playing left tackle for us now, maybe you get a shot, maybe you get a chance. And I was just ecstatic. I remember my first scholarship offer was Utah State, and I was bouncing off the walls. I was
Sure.
jacked up about it.
Sophomore year, junior year?
No, my senior year. My
so
senior high school.
You weren't even recruited till your senior year.
I played a nose tackle at Cactus Shadows in Cave Creek.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can watch the film on YouTube. You can throw it on your little webcast here. It is awful. It is just the worst film you'll ever see in your life.
You were just a big guy.
Just a big guy, even getting pushed back. I got 180-pound guys pushing me back, and I'm looking around for the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
It's awful. It's terrible.
So you get this Utah State deal. When did Michigan come into the fray?
Well, there's a guy named Craig Rowe who was at Chaparral
Yeah,
High School at the
sure.
time, number 68 in the country, and his first offer was Oklahoma. So that kind of shows what kind of recruiting he was going through.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Utah State, which is a great school, but there's
No
not.
offense to the Aggies.
Yeah, no offense, but the prestige of Oklahoma and those schools. And he had Michigan, and they came and saw him, and I got an opportunity to send out my first 2 games my senior year, and just knowing that Craig and I were friends, I got a bunch of offers. Probably a couple of package deal kind of things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
We'll take Craig. Bring this kid along with you.
right, yeah, I guess so. So I got lucky. I'm really gonna call it luck. I mean, I would never say I was a great high school football player, but it's been a great opportunity. I've worked as hard as I possibly could, and to be in the opportunity I am now, and I'm gonna try to make the most of it.
Who is the person that has groomed you to be where you are today?
The one person.
The one person.
Oh, geez, I don't know if there's.
You had to have a strength
specifically-
coach, a
No,
teacher,
I mean, I think you can never have just one person in your life that does these things for you.
Okay.
I mean, you had so many things that my mom, who's one of the most emotional people you ever meet in your life, like everything is, you got to cry about it, whether you're happy or sad. And so that's good to have her in my life because
Yeah.
she makes me realize that, I'm not just a football player. That's something I do. It's not who I am. And there's also people like, the strength coaches here who, get every single ounce of energy out of you in one day, and you go home and you're dead tired, but you worked your hardest. And so there's so many people. I can't put it on just one person. I mean, Coach Hoke is like a father figure to all of us in this room. You want to play your heart out for him. So, but like I said, there's not just one guy.
Coach Hoke, so he comes in the middle of your run.
Right.
How big of an adjustment was that for you?
It was life-changing. And, that whole staff coming in here and putting me in the position that they did and teaching us about the history of Michigan football. Without him, I don't know if I would have came back for senior year.
Really?
Because he taught me so much about Michigan tradition, what it means to wear the number 77, the Jake Long, the John Jensens, and I know Steve Hutchinson didn't wear it, but the legendary offensive lineman that played here, it's unbelievable. And he really showed me that, and I wanted to be one of those guys. I want to be mentioned with those guys. I just want to be another football player at Michigan.
Yeah.
And but I could be doing a lot of other things right now, and but I could never be happier being right here.
Well, I feel good having you right here next to me.
Good, yeah. I feel like we're bonding right now.
No,
This is
that's
a nice
good.
experience.
Well, actually, I've seen you play through the years, so I have
yeah,
bonded with you.
well, good.
In a good way. I've heard that you are the guy that can go interview anybody.
I'm pretty smooth.
So if I were just to say, take that mic and go rock this room, and we'll follow you around.
I'll do my best. I
Okay?
don't know.
Don't screw up. That's the only
Yeah,
advice I'll
okay.
give you.
Good deal.
I can talk to you about Kansas State. I'll do that in a minute. But do you have anybody here? We'll follow you anywhere here.
I think Graham Glasgow's the one to
Go
to.
get him.
Let's go get him.
Go get him. Just follow him.
We're going right now?
Yeah, just this no holds barred.
I like
Go
that.
get him. Just dive right in on
We
him.
can go anywhere. We can go
You
Kansas
go
City,
anywhere.
family.
We go. Yeah, if it's your family, you can go
Family.
anywhere in this room.
That's awesome.
Just walk right up and
All right.
surprise him.
Here he is right
yeah,
here.
whatever you want to talk to him about.
All right. Excuse me, sir, if you don't mind. Hi. So Graham Glasgow, how's it feel to be playing in the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, your first start in a bowl game?
Are you interviewing me?
Absolutely.
It feels pretty good. I mean, I'm excited. Last game playing with Taylor Lewan, good guy. But I don't know how good. I mean, he's all right sometimes. But I'm excited and I'm ready to go.
That's good. Other things that pass through your mind playing with guys like Eric Magnuson and the thriller Jack Miller. What are those things that cross your mind, Playing your last game with a guy like Michael Schofield. Let's talk about that.
What was the question again?
Playing your last game with these seniors.
Oh, I don't know. Like, they've been guys that I've been around with for 3 years, and it's gonna be sad when it's all done, I suppose.
You're living in a house now about 1441 South State Street in Ann Arbor. Yeah, I just gave away your address. You're losing a couple of roommates there. That's tough. Guy named Taylor and another guy named Michael Schofield. What's that going to feel like when you come home to Ann Arbor and your buds aren't there anymore to play Super Smash Bros. With you anymore?
Well, as you know, Michael took the N64, so I need to find a new one of those. But, I mean, it happens at some point in time where everybody has to move on, and Taylor, I feel like, has got his.
Yeah, go ahead, sit down.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Don't break your ankle or anything.
No,
I mean,
it's all right.
you got anything pressing you want to get him?
Taylor and Michael seems to be ready to move on, and whatever's best for them is best for them. But I got to fill the house with new talent, scout the younger grades, find some guys that are suitable and compatible with our dynamic in the house.
Good. Talk to me about that sibling rivalry. Your brother being a year younger than you, D tackle, and you play center and a little bit of guard here and there. How does that make you feel?
Well, I've been going against Ryan my whole life, and
Being at this level, playing at Michigan.
well, I mean, it's not like we're playing like on different teams, but I mean, like, I just see him every day in practice, and I want him to do well. He wants me to do well, and I mean, if I'd be lying if I said I didn't cheer for him every once in a while when I see him going against like Jack or Mags or Kyle,
Jack the Thriller Miller.
Thrilski. So
That's good. Well, that's awesome. Well, Graham, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and we'll see you on the other side.
That's a good way to end an interview. Keep going.
It's good.
Just grab anybody.
right.
Who's sitting here? And I got a chair for you.
Yeah, so we're just going
Oh, sure. Just it's more personable. By the way, you almost got whacked in the face with a mic, it looked like.
What happened? When?
The first question, you almost killed him.
Oh no, I was moving around.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah,
just
I mean,
moving
it didn't
around.
look good.
I was trying to distract him
All right.
from
Well,
the question.
I like that. That's good interview technique.
Yeah.
Take over. Taylor Lewan on the run.
Frank Clark, defensive end, University of Michigan, number 57. What are your thoughts going into this game?
My thoughts going into this game, I want to send my seniors out on a good note. This is the final game of their careers playing college football here at Michigan. And, what better thing to do than send them out with a win.
Sorry, what about you? What's in your future? Huh? A little NFL action, or what are you thinking in life right now?
Right now I'm thinking, coming back to school. I love my team. I love these group of guys. Something similar to what you do. You chose to come back because you love being around. You love being at Michigan. It's nothing better here to offer, whether in the NFL, no matter where you go.
I feel like you've been hanging out with Justin Dickens a lot because your answers are almost perfect. Let's talk about your rivalry with number 77, Taylor Lewan, and how on a consistent basis he beats you in one-on-one pass pro.
Taylor tends to get the big head about beating Frank Clark. But we all know Taylor's a great player. He's an All-American, two-time All-American, two-time Big Ten Lineman of the Year. But Frank Clark, this scrawny kid, once 205 pounds, comes in, his freshman year and gets up to 265 going into his junior year. It's kind of hard stopping this guy. He has a mean bull rush, which Taylor Lewan kick slides pretty quick. But once he sets him up sometimes with a pretty good spin move at times, or he counters back in with a fake spin move in the inside, comes back outside, beats him to the towel.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Frank Clark, even though that's not true at all. All right, baby, we'll see you later. All right, who's next? Drew Delia. Excuse me, Drew, I was wondering if we could have a couple of questions. Where's it?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Where's it? All right, you just tell me when to stop.
No, keep going.
All right.
We're here all day. You can do the whole team if you like.
We got Drew Dilio here from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Talk to me about your last game playing slot receiver. A lot of people might have thought that because of your size, you weren't going to play much, but you've obviously proved the haters wrong. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, Coach Borges says, if you produce, you'll play. And so seeing that, I produced in the Ohio State game, I think that's kind of why I'm playing.
Seems a little cocky, but we'll move on from that question. Talk to me about growing up in Ann Arbor, Michigan. How was that going to Pioneer High School?
Well, I am originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Greenville Springs.
So you were born there, then you moved right to Michigan?
I've only lived in Michigan for 4 years of college. Reporter Lewan here is not a fan of Pioneer High School, and so he picks on kids from Pioneer. So that's why he's asked me if I'm from Pioneer, and I'm not from Pioneer.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Is your family here this week?
My parents just got here last night.
Did you see them?
I did see them, yes.
How'd that go?
It went well. Had dinner. My mom had a glass of wine. So, she's feeling pretty nice.
So that's what we've known from the Dilio family. His mother's an alcoholic. That's what we found out. That was a joke.
Mr. Lewan, you're from, was it Cave Creek? Where's that? Is that from here?
Cave
Around
Creek,
here?
Arizona. Yeah, Cave, about 45 minutes north. Town, no lights, but it's a pretty phenomenal place.
So I've heard that you grew up in Scottsdale, in this really rich area. You were privileged as a kid. What's it like growing up in Scottsdale?
Just the ideas of driving Bentleys every single day when I was 3. It's pretty lucky to be there. Pretty lucky to be driving Bentleys. But I'm not from Scottsdale. I'm from Cave Creek.
Yeah, in Ann Arbor, you had a really nice Cadillac car that your parents shipped you up here. Brand new. Tinted windows, 22-inch rims. How's that car doing now?
You obviously didn't do enough work in knowing my business. It's actually a 1974 Cadillac DeVille, and I got it for $2,000 in I think it was Ypsilanti, Ypsilanti, Michigan. And now that thing is in a junkyard, and it is happy as can be, roaming around with other junkyard cars.
Good. Well, thank you, Mr. Lewan. That wraps up our session here.
Thank you.
Wild Wings Bowl.
I'm over this.
You're good. Do you want to keep going?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I've loaded like 5 people.
You're fired.
All right.
Now, it was a nice job.
Thank you.
We'll do this again, I'm sure, at the next level.
I hope so.
All right, good seeing you.
Thank you very much.
Nice job. Taylor Lewan there. Let's head on back here. How about that? You just turn the mic over, and you never know what's going to happen. And you look around, and you see who's in the room, and you see Jim Schmidt. Jim Schmidt, come on over for a couple minutes. Hi, Jim.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Brad Sismat.
Brad, pleasure.
Good to see you. Buffalo Wild Wings COO. This bowl game, I said off the top, and when I heard Michigan, Kansas State, I'm thinking, wow, two powerhouses, two national programs in a busy bowl season, one of the best matchups out there. What was your reaction when you thought Michigan, Kansas State finally became reality?
Yeah, we were thrilled for that very reason. I mean, you've got just two great teams, two great institutions, great fan bases. You know, we started in the Midwest, so you've got kind of that Midwest affiliation. So we couldn't be more pleased and excited. We think we have one of the premier bowl matchups out of all the bowl games this year. So great matchup.
Buffalo Wild Wings, when they see college kids and the kids having a great time, that's when you walk into Buffalo Wild Wings. That's the mission. So I think from a business standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. But from a community standpoint, I know you've done a lot with charities this week, East Valley Boys and Girls Clubs and the Boys and Girls Clubs nationally. Talk about that a little bit and how this all makes sense for what you're doing.
Well, you know, one of our keys, I was just speaking in, we started on college campuses. I mean, we started our restaurant. Our first one was located just off the campus of the Ohio State University. But over time, we're on Michigan. We're right off of Michigan University's campus. We're in Aggieville. So we've always been near college campuses, and that's really helped to develop those lifelong fans. They get to know you in college, and even now as we're in the suburbs and high school. So we've developed those lifelong fans. As far as the and communities are important to us, and we really focus on getting into communities. And it just this is our completing our first year of a partnership with the Boys and Girls Club, and I know we do a lot with the Boys and Girls Club here in the Tempe area, and it's just another way to connect with those communities, because that's what it's all about for us. Is if you make those connections with those communities, you make connections with your customers, you build that loyalty and lifelong fan.
You're a Valley resident too, is that right?
Well, yeah, I do have a home in northern Scottsdale, so I get to sneak down here occasionally.
Good for you.
I'm headquartered in Minneapolis, so it's a wonderful time of year to be able to come to Scottsdale. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm proud to be part of the Valley and the area.
What do you do on a day like today? Do you talk to some of the kids? Do you? I'm sure there's always the business side, but there's the side of getting to know some of these kids and what they're all about.
Well, I think I met just about everyone as I went around the room, and it's, you know, they're just great kids. I was incredibly impressed with the way they present themselves. They're polite. They're very gracious. And luckily, they're almost all Buffalo Wild Wings fans. And so we get to talk about favorite sauces, their experiences going into our restaurant. So it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
And this week, what will this do for your brand nationally, internationally?
Well, you know, it was a big deal to us last year when we first got the opportunity.
Right.
And, you know, I've been with the brand 25 years.
Wow.
I first began working with Buffalo Wild Wings as an outside attorney when we had about 5 restaurants. So to be on the cusp of having 1,000 restaurants and the day we got the bowl game and to think, oh my goodness, you know, Buffalo Wild Wings bowl. It's been huge for us. It just cemented who we are as just really being, you know, symbolic, and we are sports. We're kind of part of that sports culture.
You fan?
Oh, we're huge fans. We're huge fans.
But, so like for you on game night, are you a fan? Are you taking the experience? You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, no. I'm a huge fan. I mean, I've been a sports fan all my life.
First and 10, he's got to throw it here.
Hand the ball. And it is interesting because, you know, you become a bigger fan when you're with Buffalo Wild Wings, because all the matchups mean something to you, right? There's nothing like a great matchup to bring customers into the restaurant and get everyone excited. So yeah, you're a huge sports fan, and it's, you know, college football, it's NFL football, it's all the sports, and you live for that great matchup.
Yeah,
like we have for this.
This matchup is terrific. I mean, I've been in the Valley for over 20 years, and I can't remember many bowl games that were not a part of the Fiesta Bowl, okay, the national title game or things like that have had as much build-up as having Michigan, Kansas State here. There's going to be purple, there's going to be maize and blue all over the place. And again, just hats off for putting together a great matchup.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I mean, we're thrilled. And really, I mean, the credit goes to the bowl committee, right? They're the ones who made this happen. We're excited about it. And yeah, you're going to see a lot of purple. You're going to see a lot of maize and blue, and you're also going to see a lot of black and yellow at the stadium come Saturday.
That's
too.
well put. Well put. Do you have a special sauce, by the way, for these games, these matchups?
No, we may have to work on
may
that
work
in the
on that.
future. Although we are featuring Desert Heat, we thought that was appropriate.
That's
One of
appropriate.
our rubs, but. Yeah, no, we may have to come up for that
just
with that
something
for the future.
Jim, appreciate you coming by.
Thank you very much.
Jim
Enjoyed it.
Schmidt with us, COO, Buffalo Wild Wings. These are the people that make it work. Appreciate him coming by for a couple of minutes.
Thank you very much.
All right, so right now we have on the other side some of the players that are still going through the interview process. We have a few more minutes left in our live webcast that is being seen around the globe. Appreciate you being a part of this. Brad Sussman with you. The matchup, Michigan and Kansas State. Taylor Lewan, I think, interviewed like half the team. So we're going to break away for a moment. We'll come back with a couple of more of the players as we continue on here on Media Day for Michigan. Later on, Kansas State, they'll have their Media Day as well.
My first job was at Purdue, so I've been kind of painting, watching what's happened there. They were really good when I was there. Mark Herman, Dave Young. We were.
Welcome back as we continue on from Media Day for the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl. Brad Sussman. It's Michigan, it's Kansas State. Two great programs, a terrific matchup. Now, I understand that while Taylor Lewan was a very good interview and a very good interviewer, that Jeremy Gallen is supposedly, I don't know, I've had some people tell me that he's a better interviewer than Taylor Lewan. So Lewan was walking around interviewing people, and I said, well, I got to get Jeremy Gallen over here because the word is you can get into your teammates too, right? A little bit?
I think so a little bit.
Yeah. Talk to the mic there. There you go.
I think so. I feel like I've got to know everybody a little bit more than Taylor. I joke around with everybody a little bit more, so I feel like
Yeah, he's kind of a serious dude.
yeah, he is to y'all, but
Problem
to us,
i-
he's a jokester.
Is he a jokester? Well, the
Yeah.
problem is he's a little bigger than me. So I didn't tell him that. You know,
He could be very intimidating
Yeah.
by his appearance, but he's a big kid.
he's a big kid. So Shane Morris, I had him over here earlier. He didn't come across as a freshman. What have you said to him in being the quarterback this week for the game against Kansas State?
And we got his back. We're going to play for him to calm down and let everything just play its part. I mean, no game is going to be perfect. It's going to make some mistakes. And just to know that, we're all in for each other. So, I feel like that has calmed him down and just eased his heart or something. Just to
He seemed all right. I mean, he wasn't that nervous. I know he just doesn't have anybody that's 280 chasing him right now. I get that. But it was like, sir, because he's yes or no, sir, with me. And he handled himself like he was a junior or a senior. Didn't come across as some punky little snot-nosed freshman, you know?
No, he's not that type of guy. He's very respectful, and he's a guy that is much mature for his age. I feel like he's a guy like behind closed doors is who you see now.
Yeah.
He's never different or act different from past, or if you haven't met him before, if your first time meeting, you feel like you've known him forever. So
How's this week been for you?
it's been great, man. Just to spend my time with my teammates and my coaches and spend Christmas with them, and just to focus on Saturday and just to prepare myself and
You
prepare
got your game
ourselves.
face on already,
I
it
do.
looks like.
I do.
You
I'm ready for this
Am
game.
I right?
Yeah, I'm ready for
Yeah.
this game.
Enough of the talk, enough of, hey, we've had great food, we've had great fun, we've seen movies, we've done all that, but you're ready to play.
Yeah, the wings were nice, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this game, man. I've been ready since we got here, so
Well, I understand that we have one last bit of business for you to do. You have been selected to be the guy to go up on stage and interview Coach Hoke.
Oh man.
So let's hop on up. Jeremy Gallen with us, and he's going to make his way up on stage because, I can get up there and I can ask him all the typical boring media stuff, but somebody like you can get him to open up and have a little bit of fun. So they said just bring up Jeremy. He's almost finished with the interview, and just get on in there and, get him to open up a little bit, like what's his favorite wing or, movie or how much he's going to play or all that. So go on up there. It's all you. It's all you.
How you doing?
You'll be fine. Don't be nervous. Don't be shy. Don't screw up. Famous last words, don't screw up.
Way to put pressure on me.
All right?
How you doing? You want to sit down? All right.
I'd rather stand up.
All right.
So I'm even taller than you.
So yesterday during this competition, I want to know why you didn't let me do my solo.
Well, basically you can't sing, and that's your teammates have told me that, and so I didn't want you to embarrass yourself.
Okay, touche. And have a seat. On a serious note, what can you expect from Team 134?
Well, I expect for our seniors, you being one of those guys who have done a great job of leading, and how we've approached and how we've prepared for this game to go out and win a football game.
So one thing that I seen yesterday at the Christmas dinner was you guys doing a little kick thing with your legs.
Right.
I wanted to know.
Kind of the Rockettes. Yes.
I wanted to know, where did you guys get that from, and who brought that idea up?
Well, Mrs. Madison and Mrs. Hoke have been doing this for a number of years over Christmas with teams, and they always have a little something for us to do. And I think the other thing is Angela Schmidt, our choral advisor and choreography advisor, did a tremendous job.
And one last thing, I wanted to know, what was your most favorite part about the dinner yesterday?
Well, it's always my favorite part is when the classes go up there and sing the Christmas carols, and to see all 4 classes go up there and sing, and of course the seniors were awfully good, Jeremy, and Joe did a nice job being a solo vocalist in there, but it was really good. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, one of my favorite things was spending time with you guys and the kids, man. When you guys were up there singing, I was down on the floor with all the kids, just mingling and joking around with them, and just taking pictures and.
Well, to see you guys interact with the young kids of the people on the staff, it really makes you feel good about being at Michigan and being with you guys.
So you guys, not all frowny faces, man. It's been a pleasure playing for you, and want to say I love you, man, and thank you for everything.
And I love you. You know that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You guys, Coach Hoke, Jeremy Gallen here, Team 134.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You did a great job. You've got a future in this. He's got a future in this, right, Brady?
Yeah,
he can do this, Coach. There's no problem. You weren't nervous at all.
No, I wasn't.
You didn't screw up.
Nah.
I know. Nice job.
No
I'll take the
pressure.
mic. Enjoy yourself. You got it. So that's what we do here at the Fiesta Bowl and Buffalo Wild Wings Bowls every year. We have a lot of fun. And here at the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, appreciate Jeremy Gallen doing the interview there with Coach Hoke. As we come back over, Dr. Robert Shelton is going to be with us here in a moment. And Dr. Shelton, it's always good to visit with Robert because Dr. Shelton puts this all together, and he will, Dr. Shelton will be joining us here in a moment, and he will be very, I don't know, when I talk to Dr. Shelton, he doesn't give himself a whole lot of praise and credit. Have a seat, sir. But without this man sitting here next to me, this bowl game was given a big boost by Buffalo Wild Wings last year. It's their second year, and it's a terrific matchup. A lot of buzz around this year's game.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, 2 fantastic programs. They've never met before. Michigan, the winningest program in college football. K-State, who came out last year and did a great job in the Fiesta Bowl. They're back. Coach, who's the most successful coach in K-State history, right? Snyder, they go to bowl games under him. So it's a matchup that is made in Buffalo Wild Wings heaven.
That's a good way to put it. Dr. Shelton, when you look at this matchup away from the football field, I've noticed this about you the last few years, that you like to meet these kids and talk to them and get to know them. This is more to you than just a football game or a business.
Well, you're absolutely right. You know, I come from a background where I had the privilege of interacting with great students, and these student athletes fall into that category. It's amazing how articulate they are, not only about their football, but about what they've been studying, why they're studying it, what their future plans are. A couple of fellows here are already doing graduate work. They've graduated already. They have a year eligibility left. It really brings it down to a personal level so you can really understand why college athletics is so valuable to people who are in it.
That's well put, because the experience, I mean, talking to these kids today, they mentioned, yes, I went to see this private screening of a movie.
Yep.
I was able to go down to the mall at Scottsdale Fashion Square. And it's,
Well,
back home, it's cold and bitter, and out here it's beautiful.
Exactly. It's a different experience for them. Most of them haven't traveled to this part of the country before. Right. And, of course, they're working hard. The coaches keep them busy on the practice field. But they do get a chance to go out and see things. And it just broadens the horizons. That's what college is all about. It's about broadening your horizons. And they're doing it multiple ways, including going to the Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl.
I'll let you go off that. Good to see you as always.
Brad, thanks for having me.
Dr. Robert Shelton with us, Executive Director, Buffalo Wild Wings Bowl, and of course the Fiesta Bowl as well, which will be taking place next week. But the big focus, Michigan, Kansas State, getting ready on Saturday night in downtown Tempe.